Just out in the frozen tundra of Wisconsin. My driveway is kind of packed with snow and slippery. Let's haul some manure. Not quite. Some things have happened since the last time I recorded any video. That'll happen when you don't record any video for about 2 months. So, we have a blue tractor. I got a white on the mixer now. That is a very awesome TMR tractor when it's ready. It was ready when it first went on there, and then it blew a hole in the radiator. So that's got to come off there, and either got to see if I can fix this radiator. I already fixed it once. Either where it started and stopped soldering blew apart, or my fix wasn't that good of a fix. Might just get a new radiator. We'll see what happens with that. But it is that cold time of year and the icy time of year, so it's a good time to have a four-wheel drive tractor in the TMR. Plus, this thing starts beautifully, and the heater works. The heater works in that thing, but when it wants to, and it doesn't want to work when it's cold. Not a great situation. Plus, it really sucks at starting in cold weather, so it's more like a summertime TMR tractor, but it's still doing its job. It's doing good. It's just leaking coolant like crazy. The alternator kind of also decides when it wants to charge and when it's not, but it has never completely killed the battery yet, so that's not a huge deal. But we'll put a new alternator on it, even though that one is a new alternator. They just don't make those like they used to, I guess. And I think it's just out of warranty, so that's fun. Anyway, I got that unhooked. Gonna go unhook this, and I've unhooked the 2294 off this. Hooked this tractor up, had to unhook this tractor to put the 2294, and then unhook the 2294, hooked this thing back up quite a few times, so I'm getting pretty good at this. There is one downfall of unhooking and hooking this TMR back up, and that's the jack. You know, you crank on it and move your hitch up and down. Yeah, I'm not going to name any names, Dale, but apparently the front end of a 2022, I believe it is, Dodge Ram 3500 is tougher than whatever they make jack handles out of. So, probably going to have to get the pallet fork and the skid loader and mess with all this. Otherwise, it's a PTO shaft, 2 sets of hydraulic hoses, and just a power and ground for this, which the blue tractor's got a power plug in there, and I think I got a spare plug floating around. I'll just tap into that, so I don't have to run a wire all the way to the battery. And actually this thing could keep the wires, because yeah, these are just connected there. No big deal. I actually did quick release pins on them, but it pulled the one off, and I was in a hurry. So let's get with it. Yeah, a little coolant. There's a little coolant. Right up in there, under that hose, is where you can see my beautiful Beautiful soldering job. Held fine for 2 weeks of mix and feed. All the field work we did with this thing, never had a problem. You throw her on the TMR, you're gonna have problems. You will find out what a tractor is made of very quick. And honestly, this isn't slowing it down none. I mean, granted, it's the middle of winter, so you got this big, might as well be air cooled now, but it's doing its job. It's still got, you know, it only leaks out the top gallon. It blew the leak. I filled it back up. It didn't even take a whole jug, so we're gonna get to that hopefully sooner than later. I got quite a big list and not very good weather for working on stuff, so my winter list is getting longer. Well, now for the second piece to unhook here. Yeah, there's a few things. We're gonna do that radiator, alternator. I think what's happening is I lose power to the top of the cab, so figure out whatever's going on with that. I got a light there and a light on the fender up in the front, and that's it for lights. So that's on the list. This is currently my light for feeding. It's real awesome. It doesn't drain your battery at all. I don't know why those haven't caught on yet, honestly. Magnetic. It's like, oh, I need to see something over there, but I can't see anything with my lights. Bam. Normalize that. It's not trashy. That's just handy. Anyway, let's get this unhooked. This feels weird. This all just feels very weird. I never knew mixer tractors could be this nice. Well, I guess we'll see how this goes. Hopefully I don't hit nothing. It's weird. This is very, very weird. Well, I got this all just about ready to pull the radiator. Just got to drain the coolant. And the way the fan shroud is part of the radiator, it's almost gonna have to just come out straight, I think, and should work. I don't think we'll have to take the top off. I should be able to lift that up enough, pop that right off, but that's kind of at a standstill right now because I got a new toy. 8770, next size up from our 8670, and apparently the 86 is kind of the rear end's based on like the TW Ford series, so this one's, they're built heavier in the rear end, but this one's the same as an 8870 and the 8970, about 190 horse. And yeah, got the super steer front end, so it'll crank around with the best of them. A few hours, I got about 12,200, I believe, so still not as many as the other one. This one's, I'd say it's a hair rougher than ours. I'm guessing all its hours it actually had someone sitting in the seat. Not bad. It's got a new seat in it. Got a big fancy bar over there for the monitors, which is probably going to get pulled out because I use that door and I forget this bar's here, and I get about halfway up and I haven't hit my head on it yet, but it come damn close. Left it sitting here, so it's supposed to have new batteries in it. We'll see if it fires right up. That's fun. Gonna have to figure that out, I guess. Oh well, I'm wondering maybe we need new battery cables. It does have new batteries. They look nice, and that all works, so odd. That's quite the introduction tractor. Okay. Got a few minor things to fix. This hydraulic remote is unhooked. And this one, we kind of unhooked it back there. I really don't know what was going on. I think this cable got seized up and someone tried to replace it and gave up halfway through. Needs a new light switch. All the lights work, or are getting power anyway. These two on the fender there are burnt out, but everything else has power, works. This one doesn't have the lights up top, so we'll do the same as the other one. I'm sure the wires are there, just got to tap into them and get lights up there. And oh, my parking brake handle was a little goofy. That needs a fix, and I doubt you can get a new parking brake handle, so we're gonna have to figure out something for that. Minor. It's not bad in here. Nice new radio. Speakers work. AC is supposed to work, but it'll be 4 months before I can see if that actually works or not. Yeah, not a bad rig. Okay. Batteries seem weak. I'm thinking this thing has some sort of a drain on it. Or maybe it's just cold-blooded. I don't know. We'll figure that part out. I'll probably plug it in. It seemed like it was cranking over fast enough. She might be a little more tired than the other one. Hard telling. I guess it did get down to like 20 degrees last night, so it might be a little cold. Do her a favor. Plug her in for an hour while I go eat breakfast, because I probably gonna take this out of here. I just don't know where it's gonna go yet. Really wish I had power out to the back shed. I'd feel better about parking stuff out there if I knew I could plug it in when it gets cold, but don't have power back there. It does have a nice new starter on it though. Nose ends look pretty good. Oh, it's weird. The battery cables looked clean, but they looked a little funky. I don't know. And of course I just put the battery cover back on, so hopefully I don't have to take that back off. I don't know if it's... Maybe this doesn't have a power stud. You just put it right to the starter. There's a ground post, so if we have to throw a charger on it or something, but I don't know. We'll see how it acts. I guess it's hard to gauge stuff in the winter time, but oh, whatever. The blue on this thing is just beautiful. I'm guessing that blue must have been touched up or somebody waxed and took care of it, but this black always fades. I think that says Hunt Implement out of Cashton, which makes sense because I didn't buy it too far away from Cashton, only about 5-10 minutes, so that sounds about right. The big skid loader is actually from Hunt. That's fun. Got a sticker on this side. Nope, she gone. Yeah, blue is definitely blue. The cab, it's getting a little faded. We might have to touch up paint that when weather wants to cooperate. And the handle, that rubs off and turns yellow, so that's ugly. This is actually steel. Give that a touch up paint. Find something to polish all the black plastic. She'd shine. Definitely shine. About the only blemish in the body is right back across here. It's supposed to have like a bone looking thing. You can kind of see the end there. Same over here. Guessing that was a bad day. Here's the end of that hydraulic hose or cable. Gotta figure out that sometime. Honestly, I really only need 1, 2, 3. I don't even need 4. But it's there, I guess. Might as well use it. But before I can really tear into this thing, I should probably get that white fixed, so I can at least get out of the shed. Might still park it till spring, because I kind of enjoy my blue tractor on the TMR. I've gotten used to it, and it's just nice having a really nice TMR tractor. And I still got to do steering cylinders in that Magnum, so I got plenty to do. This thing's kind of going to sit on the back burner. Oh well. Well, I got a couple hours on the block heater. Let's see if that made a difference. God, it smells nice in here. Not cool. I wonder if this has the same problem our blue tractor, or the old 8970 had. Almost, well, might be getting a little fuel. And this does not have the bleeder on the pump. Wait, yes it does right there. Got a different style bleeder. Maybe that's a bad sign. Alright, got her blood back up. Give her some beans. It's kind of risky business buying used equipment. I really don't like doing it, and I'm gonna go throw things, say some cuss words. Alrighty, a couple hours later, that's kind of rolled into feeding. There's an intake heater on here, and it looked a little melty, and so I unhooked that. I also didn't know what this wire does. I looked at that one. It also has it, which is kind of weird, but I don't know what it does. But if you unhook that, you got no power to nothing. So apparently that's important. And between unhooking that intake heater and unhooking and rehooking that back up, the thing fired right up. So I'm just gonna do a quick voltage check here. Two-hand job. I'll be right back. We had 12.65, which is pretty much right where it was when I shut this off about 2 hours ago. So let's see if she goes. Hopefully I don't startle all my calves and they get out. We're gonna be really loud. Hopefully my calves don't get out because they're right on the other side of this shed, but like a glove. Oh yeah. Beauty. That's good. It's a good sign. Real test will be tomorrow morning after it sits. Hopefully the battery's still up. His batteries are... He said he put 2 new ones in it and then discovered that the one was actually bad, so he swapped that one with the tractor he had. I don't know, but both of them are good now anyways. I tested them. So as long as they got power in the morning, whatever I did fixed it, which I wouldn't be surprised. That grid heater was just leaking a little bit of juice, solenoids getting old, yada yada. Hopefully that was it, and that fixes it. If not, my temporary solution is we are going to take this fella and put it on a master switch. That one right there. That one's got a master switch on it. And honestly, I could just rob that one because it stays on all the time now. I don't know. That tractor's got a checkered past. Not really checkered, but quite the story behind it. And I don't know if that was an anti-theft thing or... We'll get into that later. But yeah, when we bought it, we used it all the time until one day we left it on and it's like, nothing bad happened. I think we're fine. Maybe it was just an insurance thing. Like, I don't know. Honestly, my God honest opinion, all tractors should have a master switch. Bad battery cables burn up tractors, and if you're going to sit all winter, just your radio has a common wire, and it just pulls electricity to remember the presets of channels, which is good, but if it's going to give you a dead battery over winter, it's not worth it. So honestly, all tractors should have master switch, whether you use them or not. At least use them over winter when it's going to sit for a couple months. Worth it. But anyway, I'm going to hopefully get this video out before January 1st. It's currently December 30th. So, yeah. If you've seen this, I did a good job. Sorry, I've been away. I've been busy, but that's the new blue one. That's the old blue one. Hopefully it's worth it.